Right, welcome back everyone that was on the previous call, and a very warm welcome for those who have just joined us. I just want to say thank you so much to Elsa for allowing me to do this training this evening due to my very exciting month that I had last month. I'm sure all of you should know me by now. For those who don't, Laverne, mom of two. I'm going to steal another line, went from fat, lazy mom to fit, looking the best in my whole life, all thanks to these incredible products. I've met amazing friends and I get to work from home around my two beautiful boys, and I will not change this for anything ever, ever, ever. So like I said, thank you so much to Elsa for allowing me to do the training. And the reason was
you qualified for it. You deserve it. It's not me allowing you. We want to learn what you're doing.
She's actually allowing me to share what I'm doing. So hashtag not bragging here to inspire. I want to start by saying my slot includes planning, obviously planning for July, and I'm going to use my own story as an example for this training. But we are taught to teach our clients that if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And in the context of, you must prepare your snacks, you must have your water ready, go get a pretty water bottle, etc., etc. And exactly the same thing applies in our business. If you are just going to go for everything at the same time without actually having a target that you are specifically going for, you are going to be all over the place and probably miss a whole lot of goals that you could have gotten if you just had a proper plan in place. Okay, so my June volume, I'm ecstatic about this because I think I almost doubled the previous month's volume, and it was at the World Team School. Always what I get out of the bigger events is more numbers. And I thought that 1,000 personally purchased was a lot. And after the event, my goal was to get 20 new clients and to really just go for it like a bull in a china shop. So I did make the target of the 2,000 personally purchased, and I didn't quite make the 4 so that I could do my complete 6, but it was a whole turnaround from the month before. And then it was really made up of, I would say my downline volume is about thirds. A third of them by an average of 60 volume points, a third 140, and a third of preferred customers who buy 300 volume points per month. So the point of that I'm trying to get at is I raise the bar with my personally purchased volume, because I believe that happy clients will turn into members, will turn into royalty. So that's my absolute drive in my business currently. And I was fortunate enough to stumble upon a lady, but I was not lucky because I worked with a lady. I was fortunate to stumble upon someone that was willing to work with me, if I can put it that way. Zahn is a brand new member. She did 912.67 volume points in her first month. And she's not joining for the business. She was actually rushing for the 35%. But it all started because I sampled her some products because she was struggling with low energy levels while cycling. The products worked. I started looking at her nutrition. That worked even better. Signed up as a discount client, and I said to her, why don't we have a shake party for the rest of the people who are exercising with you? You might be able to help a couple of people and move up to 35%, and that's exactly what happened. In fact, she almost doubled that in her first month, which is mind-blowing. She still does not have an idea what protein is, but I'm working on it. As you can see, as long as you're excited and you feel everything working, it can work for you. Okay, so the ultimate minimum goal for all of us is to start with 2,500 volume points per month, because that's where you start making the real money. Like Marie was saying in the previous call, if you want to make 10,000 Rand a month, you need to become an active supervisor who moves on to World Team, who would then move on to active World Team, because that's when we make real money and not pocket money. So that can be made up of 500 personally purchased volume with 2,000 downline volume, or you can decide like me, chase like flipping crazy for clients and make the what I feel PPV is in my hands. It's up to me how many new clients I can get. That's where I have control. So you can make it 1,000 PPV if you feel more comfortable, 1.5. I mean, really, like I said, it is in your hands. But if you wanted to say 1,000 PPV, then downline will be 1,500. Okay, so why do we use this tracking sheet? Because if you have, this one is very dated, and as you can see, you don't even have to be able to save it on your phone properly to put it on a PowerPoint. This was the picture that I took off my screen. But what this does is, if you have your plan in place and you have your goal in place, this form forces you to have a look at where you are. It forces you to track your personal production or your teams or whatever. So it makes you stop. You have to think, you have to go onto BizWorks and see where you are at. And when it's staring you in the face, you can clearly see, where do you need to work? Where have you been slacking? How can you improve? So like I've said on the group before, it's not to brag or to show that you're the best or to put it on there and to want to dig your head because your volume has gone down. It's actually just to force you to take a moment and pause and see where your business is at. And weekly, not every third week, wake up. Every single week, know exactly where you are. And I've said this, I think, or no, doesn't matter. It was at a BBS once, and Marie's husband came and sat next to me, and he said, "So Leverne, how much is your personal volume?" And I sort of knew, but I wasn't sure. And then he said, "And how far are you on track to the holiday?" And I looked at him like he was crazy. And he said, "Did you know that if you divided, blah, blah, blah." Long story short, I had no idea what my plan was. I had no idea where I was heading. And ever since that day, I opened BizWorks each and every single day to see where my volume is at. And it's such an incredible rush. And it makes you rush to go and get more clients and go and get more members. So it's a very valuable thing to know where your business is. Okay, so 2,500 point might sound daunting to some of you, but if you break it up into weekly goals, it's 650 per week. So week 1, week 2, week 3, you should always try and make sure that on your tracking sheet that you are at least a little bit over halfway. And fingers crossed, yes, more often than not, week 4 is a fantastic week, but don't count on that. Don't bargain on everything is just going to come rushing in week 4. Do your absolute best to tick your boxes week by week, 650 by 650, and week 4 might just surprise you and you might hit it out the park. So in the previous slot, they were spoken about the events and the promotions, but why are they there? They are designed to help you to build your business. If you help your team to qualify for a promotion, you are helping yourself with your DLV, and in other words, helping yourself with your PPV. The same with the leadership development weekend, which is in the middle of this month. If you help your team to be able to go, you're helping yourself with your personal volume. So the marketing plan is just brilliant. It really is. You helping someone is helping you, is helping someone else. And it was one of the most beautiful things in the beginning when I started the business, that we really are in a business where we help each other, but in doing so, you are also helping yourself. So what's the point I'm trying to get at? Know what the promotions are. If you still have not printed them, have them printed, or have your husband or someone printed at the office. Put them up, because you cannot help somebody to reach them if you don't know what they are. So tracking your members' next goal, it's very important. Now, you know how many PPV you want to do. You sort of have an idea how much DLV you need. So you are going to go through your whole team now. And the sooner you start to do this, the better, because your organization is going to grow. And if you start with helping 2, all of a sudden, if there's 10, 20, 50, or however many, you're going to get into things and know how to help them. So everybody, the best carrot I like in this business is the senior consultant 35% discount carrot. It works a charm. Who would not want to go from 25% to 35% by helping a couple of friends? So that's an awesome way to see who in your team has not reached it yet. We've just launched the promotion with the Neon Shaker, which is 250 PPV by the 25th of the month. And once they've reached that, you can say to them, well, don't you know 2 or 3 other people we can help, and you can go for the 35. So again, use the marketing plan and the promotions to help them, to help you, and everybody's helping everybody. Success builder is another one. I always say you might not have the money in your pocket to purchase 1,000 volume points at once to get 42% discount for that time and the rest of the month. But the person sitting in front of you they might just do. It's probably 1 in 100, but if you don't tell them, they won't know and they won't be able to do so. Qualified producer, what a cool promotion. You can get a NutriBullet. You can go to the LDW. It's such an awesome promo. So have a look. Who's close? Who's on track? Who can you help to maybe sign a member to go for the 35 to help them to go for the MAP promotion? So as you can see, if you don't know how the promotions work, number one, know how they work. And then you can teach and help your team, and in the process, help yourself. And of course, who's close to supervisor level with 4,000 volume points. So the new member calendar, as I like to call it, because if you can invite somebody and know when the next HOM is, know when the next BBS or the not LDW is not applicable to my heading, but it's the new member calendar. Want to sign new members in your team? Invite them to the next event and then know when the next events are. So this is where you will be working on your downline volume. The challenge calendar, as Anne-Marie was saying so beautifully in the previous call, that's our PPV calendar. Well, one of them, obviously we do have other DMOs as well, but if you know when the cleanse is and you can start warming up and inviting now, but really being on top of when are they starting, what exactly is it about, you can actually help your downline as well. If they slot into a breakfast club, get all excited, see somebody's tea or see somebody else, they'll purchase more products. So once again, if you know what's going on, you can teach it and help somebody else to get there so that you can help yourself. So failing to plan is planning to fail, and hope is not a plan. So I hope that I gave you more than hope this evening with a plan, and it works. You just have to put it into practice. Thank you so much, Elsa. Did I miss anything?
That was fabulous. Thank you so much, Leverne. We love your energy, and you made it sound so very simple. And, you know, it's just a question, like you say, let's go do that plan and get excited and go do it. I'm super proud of you. That was fabulous, fabulous. So can you stop sharing your screen and we can see everybody? Maybe we can take 1 or 2 questions if they want to. Anybody that want to ask a question, please don't be shy. We are just a few friends here, so you are welcome to ask. Ooh,
thank you, Marty. Plezier, Tersa.
I actually have a question. Can I ask a question?
Oh, sure.
Leverne, I see you in the same category as Elsa as freaking retailing queens and bombs. What's like the average program you sell to your average member usually?
I mean, I could see people one-on-one. It was full stamps almost. I would be shocked if somebody only takes a shake and a tea. It's like, you did what? Shake PDM and tea is average, but I do sell a lot of shake PDM and multifiber and bars. It's usually 4 products in an order is average, I think.
And do you always use full retail, or do you give like products for discount or maybe gifts or stuff like that with your programs that you sell?
With my first program, the gift is your free eating plan. Me as a coach, you get a shaker with a measuring tape and everything. And then if they carry on placing big orders, I'll give a hand and body lotion, which one of my clients was so thankful. She thought it was amazing how it smelled. She was going to rub her whole body with it that evening, apparently. So yes, I do give things to say thank you. And I'm waiting for the new system that they're going to go in place before I'm giving away my whole 25% again.
Cool.
I'm talking
I get you.
Great
Thank you,
idea.
my
And
friend.
sometimes giving something without them expecting it, you know, like including, especially the full retail, including a pink shaker, you know, or something. They are so chuffed when they get something that they didn't expect to get. So yeah, that really does work. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Lovely, Helen.
Everybody, let's do this. We want all those goals, hey? Tomorrow morning,
I
July
was gonna
goals.
say-
July goals.
I hope your printers have ink, and if they don't, find somebody who does.
No, you don't have to print it. Just do a
I have to.
screenshot of your laptop, you know, like this technophobe has learned how to do that.
I'm talking about promos.
Oh, the promos. Yes, yes, yes. I hear you. Okay, guys. Have a fabulous evening.
Good night. Let's kick
Bye.
it. Bye.
Leverne,
Bye, Peter.
bye.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Bye.